Good morning from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2016 Land Rover LR4. This LR4 is showing just over 70,000 original miles. If you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview on both the interior and the exterior, as well as showing you some of its more notable features. Now, of course, starting here in the exterior, looking at that nice white paint scheme, gives it a very luxurious look. I really like the way it presents with the white paired with all of the beautiful metallic silver accents like the wheels, as you can see. But looking at the actual paint condition into the direct sunlight, you'll see just basic small swirl marks, minor scratching, but really nothing out of the ordinary. And I'm going to take you really close to the panel so as to look for any dings or dents in the bodywork. To my eye, as I move to the rear door and onto the quarter panel, I can't see a single ding or dent here on the driver's side. The body is in very nice condition. Now, looking at the wheels, I absolutely love the way the wheels complement the styling on this LR4. They have a beautiful metallic quality to them. Hopefully that comes through in the camera in the direct light. They look phenomenal. You will notice just a little bit of curb rash here around 2 o'clock on that wheel, but nothing too major. These are, of course, 20-inch wheels. And as I mentioned, they do present beautifully with all that metallic. You can see this very sizable brake rotors hiding just behind those wheels as well. Now, looking at the front fascia, you'll find that gray Land Rover badging here at the front is all in great condition, no paint chips. And you can see the headlights are largely in very nice condition, with no major oxidation. You can see just a tiny bit there at the top, but really nothing too major. All of the piano black accents surrounding the grille look very nice, and the grille itself holds its color well and doesn't have any paint chips. On the bumper itself, only the most minor paint chips to be seen. Very, very minor imperfections. And all of the black plastic at the front and on the lower portions of the bumper, that's all intact as well, looking phenomenal. Another wheel up here at the front with minor chipping around the edges, just a tiny bit, but really very nice condition. And again, we'll take you really close to the body panel. You can see that V6 badge there, of course, shouting out the Supercharged V6 engine up front, which we'll check out in just a few moments. And making our way to the rear, you can see it also looks very nice on this side as far as the body condition. Here at the rear, this wheel is also in nice condition with a little bit of curb rash around 3 o'clock on the wheel. Now here at the hatch, you can see a very sizable rear glass. Of course, phenomenal visibility out of the back of the LR4. I also love the way they've styled these taillights. I think it's very interesting with the mirror that they've put on the inside of that lens. Kind of gives it an interesting look, and the clear lens really does promote that clean look here at the back with minimal big red bulky taillights. I like the way those look. On the lower portion of the bumper, you'll find the black plastic panel in very nice condition, and just behind that little door you will find your accessories for towing. Also, the load floor kind of plastic guard here you'll find is almost untouched, which is a great thing to look for, of course, because that can really tell you a lot about how much care the previous owners took when loading cargo. Now, making our way inside, of course, being a Land Rover, you do expect luxurious appointments in here, and you get exactly what you expect. I'll move this seatbelt so you can see the bolsters are in phenomenal condition. These seats are very durable leather. You can see only minor wear on the lower outside bolster. And the passenger seat is in excellent condition. One thing I love about these Land Rovers is you do have adjustable height armrests for both of your front occupants. That's a very nice thing to have as well. As I make my way inside, you can see it's very, very well appointed here inside the Land Rover. Starting at the dash here, you can see nice stitched leather carrying all the way across over the airbag to the other side of the vehicle. You do have a dual glove box. You have a upper portion just here and a lower glove box just below. You'll notice everything in here is very clean. All of the controls throughout the center console still have all of their original text, and they function exactly as intended. Down here in the climate control area, it's just the same. The only wear you'll see is just minor little bits of wear on that gray plastic panel behind the switches. You'll just notice the smallest amounts of imperfections there. Around your suspension and drivetrain controls, you'll find that piano black accent in very nice condition. And here with your gear selector, I'm going to start the vehicle, and you can watch the little party trick. Your gear selector rises right out of the dashboard as the vehicle starts. On the steering wheel here, you'll find all the controls in very nice shape as well. And you'll see the infotainment system is firing up as designed. And as you'll see when I put it in reverse, you do have a nice reversing camera. And also, now I put it back in park, I wait for one moment while it returns to the home screen. And if I push this small button just here to the right of the volume knob, you will see your junction view. So these are two small cameras you may have noticed in the front bumper, looking both to the right, as you can see that white truck is just over there, and looking to the left at the silver Volvo, which is just over here. So it's a really nice feature if you're pulling out into the road and it's kind of blind, and you're sitting high up, maybe there's an obstacle you can't see over. That's a great feature to have, and something I didn't actually know was fitted in these Land Rovers from this period, so it's very nice. Of course, you also have navigation, which is a great feature as well, and the features go on from there. It's a very, very nice infotainment system, and it functions quickly, smoothly. Of course, this vehicle is also fitted with a Meridian sound system, which is kind of the go-to for Jaguar Land Rover products, and the Meridian sounds phenomenal, and of course that does contribute to just a beautiful driving experience. It's always nice to have good stereo. As you can see above my head here, I do have a nice sunroof that is power operated via this switch here, and there are two more for each other row of seating, but we'll get to that in just a moment. First, let's go take a look at that supercharged V6. All right, now that I've popped the hood, we can take a look at that V6 engine. See, all of the plastic panels underneath the hood are very clean. See, the reservoirs look great as well. Not oxidizing or fading out or getting very difficult to read and see through. All of the caps and labels look great. You can hear the engine idling very happily. I'll let you hear it uninterrupted for a moment. Now, even with a V6 up at the front here, this Land Rover is able to tow, I believe, 7,700 pounds towing capacity. A couple more quick notes about the off-road capability of this LR4. The vehicle has a wading capability, so driving through water, of just under 28 inches deep, which is very impressive spec for such a luxurious and comfortable vehicle. Also, the off-road suspension mode, which raises the vehicle a couple inches, allows you to clear obstacles of up to 9.3 inches in height, I believe, which is also very impressive. So next up, I'm going to open up the second row of seating, and then we're going to take a look at the third row here in the back. Okay, so I've just taken a moment to drop down the third row seating, and we'll check that out in a moment, or open it up rather. But as you can see, hopping in the second row of seats, being about 6'4", sitting behind where I comfortably drive the vehicle. I still have plenty of knee room. I am sitting comfortably at the moment. This gives you a nice view of the accessories up front. Very beautiful cabin. Very well appointed back here, and of course I do have my own climate controls, as well as a nice sunroof, which I've opened up the shade. All of these sunroofs have their own individual shade. Felt like you might want to see that. Taking a look at the condition of the seating here in the second row, pardon me. Seating looks very nice. All of the leather is in phenomenal condition, as with the front seats. Now, using this latch just here on the shoulder, dropping down the second row seat, I can see the third row seats deployed all the way with the headrests up. You can see they're in beautiful condition, and it's also well appointed back here. You have lots of storage, you have your own cup holders, and you have speakers just behind your head, so you do get to enjoy some of that Meridian sound system. Very nice feature. Now, real quick, I'm going to drop down both the third and second row seats to give you a good idea of how much storage capacity there really is at the back of the LR4. Just one moment. All right, so here in the cargo area, you can see I've got the second and third row seats dropped down, and you have a massive amount of potential cargo space here in the LR4. Not only is it a massive area as far as depth in the vehicle, but also look at how tall the loading area is. And one of my favorite features of the LR4 is that split tailgate design. I've always loved it. Not only does this make a great place to sit if required, you can fold this right up and then easily drop down the upper portion of the tailgate. It's all manual. It's a nice design. It looks interesting here at the rear, and I've always just been a fan of the split tailgate idea. But if you have any further questions related to this LR4, please reference the listing at AlphaCars.com. and there you will find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.